Okay. In this video, we're gonna have YNW Bslime and his mother on here, and they're talking about how his mother buys all his designer because she loves him having this image.
Right.
Because he will use it.
Yeah.
I got my own card now, though.
And you reckon ball man? Is that what this is?
Now, these are K-Subi.
What's the shirt say? Oh, is it Landvin? Okay, I couldn't see all the other vowels and consonants. My bad.
Your mama telling the word. How you really say it?
Levon, you don't say that.
She seems like such a proud mother.
You're so easily impressed by these designers, aren't you? Like, oh, the N is silent. It's so cool.
To be honest, though, like,
He just
to be
liked
honest,
the shoes. He didn't like the
to
shirt.
be honest, I don't really like, designer kind of got forced on me. Like, I don't really like rocking designer.
You didn't choose.
If you ask me, from how he's talking, he seems like an intelligent young man that's been introduced into a gimmick lifestyle that he has to live up to. I mean, if you ask me, but ain't nobody asking me, so let's rock.
The drip shows you?
No, my mama actually chose it.
Your mom chose the drip for you.
Yeah, she buys all the designer. I be telling her, yo, you can go, how the rapper image is supposed to be like, rah, rah. She's like, I gotta watch.
Pause, because you gotta have a designer. Well, how you gonna do this if you don't have? Mom is making sure that he has his designer. She's buying him all the designer. She's making sure that he pronounces it right and everything. Good job, Mom.
No, I don't really like.
I buy you
It's
regular
just-
clothes.
Sometimes, but it's like I don't really like. I don't know, like I don't really like. How do I say this? It's like I don't really care for designer. Like I'd rather go out. I would rather come to this interview in a polo shirt and some polo sweats and some slides.
Pause. I would be thinking the interview is more about him, but I guess Mom's had to be there as well for this rap stuff. Let's go.
Okay, but if you dress like the way that I'm dressed right now, where this is just literally a shirt that somebody gave me at some store one time, shout out to them, I don't remember, and then plain black jeans and then some like $80 sandals. If you're a rapper and you were trying to pull this fit off day after day after day of just rocking like a free shirt and some plain ass jeans, that sounds like I've never seen a rapper really be able to do that.
Pause. So basically, if you're a rapper, you have to wear designer. That's a gimmick. You don't have to wear designer. Ain't nobody checking your tags. That's a gimmick. You're a gimmick rapper.
Somebody told me this, right? Somebody told me this. And they said, as an artist, they either rock with your aesthetic or they rock with your music, right? When they rock with both, then like you just shoot to the top. But I felt like I kind of like gravitated towards trying to get people to rock with my music more than my aesthetic, which is kind of an issue when I think about it now. But I didn't really care.
I think it's smart in the long run, but I also just wonder.
He looks like an intelligent young man that didn't grow up in the hood and had no issues at all. That has a famous rapper brother, and now he's involved in the rap industry as well now. Because their mother is the leader. And she's right there, making sure everything goes smooth. I guess just like how she did with YNW Melly. Let's roll.
Or to what extent? Because like you could be a guy who goes to work in the office every day and just wear a plain ass shirt, plain ass pants. Nobody will ever fucking think about it. But as a rapper, it's like you almost need to make yourself stand out in a way. That's why we lived through the face tattoo era.
Yeah.
Where everyone needed face tattoos, or else you weren't even a rapper.
Facts.
I remember that. I remember watching all your interviews in like 2017, 2018. Everybody who came on had the craziest face tats.
Yeah. And kids were getting signed off face tats for sure.
Yeah. The SoundCloud era.
I miss it.
The clout rap era.
You miss that?
No. Music was like, there was only like a couple good artists that broke from that era, but it was like music was like, I was looking at it, I'm like, yo, oh no, what is this? Like, bro, you know it's crazy? Like,
But that's the era that raised you, my friend. Right?
I mean, yeah.
You know, he talks about music like he had like a long life in music. He talks about the past of music like music has changed dramatically since he's been born. It's just funny to me how he talks about it like he's been on this earth for a long time. He seems very young. But let's keep it rolling.
Because I didn't
Yeah.
really listen to like all like the old school rappers. I really just grew up listening to like my brother and X. So like listening to them artists kind of pushed me into the artist that I am. But it's also like when you interview my brother and he had those face tats, we told him not to get them face tats.
Really?
I will say this. While he's talking, he talks clear English, good clear English. Like he can read well, like he's been reading, like he's educated well. Compared to his brother sounds retarded. That's just how I feel. I can't understand him a lot of times. I just don't get the look. I don't get the talk. This young man right here, you can take him anywhere. How he dressed doesn't fit how he's talking. How about that? He's dressed like one of these rappers, but he seems like he's intelligent, smarter than that, but they dressed him to look like a rapper. But then again, he is an artist, so he gotta have some type of look. But if you ask me, this young man is intelligent. Let's roll.
Really?
We told him don't get them face tats.
He's intelligent
Especially
just by
this
the way
one.
he speaks.
She said don't get
He's
them
well
face tats.
But in like
'Cause
20...
he has a nice face.
Right, but in 2017, when Melly was like first coming up or whatever, I mean, number one, like in the streets or whatever, like face tattoos are super popular. And then in the rap shit, same shit. It's like everybody at that time, every rapper that Melly was looking at, from Lil Pump to Smoke Perp to whoever, like not to say he was looking up to them, but every rapper he was looking at, period, they're all having face tattoos. I'm sure it seemed like
Crazy
a pretty
face
easy
tattoos.
decision.
Man, he did that. It was whatever.
It's like a cool way of making yourself look permanently ugly.
I don't think I'm gonna ever get face tats. But I'm gonna get like a tattoo.
Just staring at his hand. What, you're gonna get it on your hand next to
So
the...
basically,
I wonder, has he ever been punched in the face? His face looks like glass. Like if somebody punch him, it might shatter. Like I've been punched in the face plenty of times. You can look at my face and tell that I've been through some stuff early on. Early on, I look like somebody that you might just punch in the face, but you know that if you punch me in the face, you know that it ain't gonna faze me. You know I'm that type of nigga. But this young man here, he looks like he's never had a fist fight. Is all I'm saying.
Puka shell necklace or
it's
bracelet.
like, I don't know. The idea that I had was like I was gonna get the world and put YNW in it, and then put like roots going down like my arm, and put like my family names like that I've always rocked with.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is my question. Let's just fast forward to the future. I saw you guys holding signs outside of the jail on Christmas and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real with you. I've seen a lot of people catch nasty cases throughout my time doing this, and I've seen very, very few families show the kind of support that you guys do.
Man, at the end of the day, bro, that's, you know what I'm saying, I don't know how to explain it, like, that's just family, bro. Like, no matter what, everybody who done switched up, turned their back, lost faith, we family. Like, we never. Because at the end of the day, this is, we built this all together. And if one person get locked up, we gonna support them till they come out.
Right.
And when they come out, we still gonna continue to support them.
But something like the Christmas thing, whose idea was that?
It was kind of like a group decision.
Okay.
But it was my mom's birthday, and she said, I want to see my son. So we said, he doesn't have his cell phone privileges. He doesn't have his security calls. Only way we can see him is going to the jail. So we wrote on signs, Merry Christmas.
And I
went down
found
to the
this
jail.
window.
You were able to tell.
We almost got in trouble, actually, for finding the window because it was some, like, black police officer. He was like, The first guy was cool, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't tripping. But then the other guy came. So black police officer, he's like, no, you guys gotta leave this restricted area, this trespassing. But the other guy was like, yeah, like, you can see him. I know what you guys are here for. Just stand on the sidewalk and do it, because we gotta come through here. And the other guy made them boys wait until he left. And I was like, yeah, y'all weird. I don't know what police be on. Be tripping.
But I saw a clip online that said, like, YNW Melly, like, banging on the bars to his cell, like, filmed from, like, a million miles away. That's not real, right? Or is it?
Oh,
If
the
you
one
know-
like a couple years ago?
Hey,
It was a while ago.
if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Because I guess you could know which cell it was.
If you know, you
But
know.
you can't see shit in the clip, so I was just gonna...
If you know, you know. You know, if you were there, you were there. If you weren't there, you never know.
Right. But what makes you still feel like it's on you to go so hard for your son, even in a situation where so many people, it seems like, kind of do the least? I feel like you guys are doing the most.
And at the end
That's
of the
my
day, bro,
son.
I look at it like this, right? All these other people who were around when Melly was coming up, you know what I'm saying? They're family, but they're not family. Like, at the end of the day, that's blood. Like,
That's my firstborn.
We came from the same womb.
I'ma always ride for him. I'ma always be right by his side, like letting him know that I'm here. I love you, whether you can hear my voice or not, because he still don't got phone privileges. But him knowing, like, I'm not just out here living my best life. Like, I'm hurting every day that he's locked up in there. Like, I think about him every day.
I mean, okay, he's a gangster rapper, and I'm thinking to myself that he's a grown man. And I'm thinking to myself, there's nothing wrong with her still living her life. That was his choice that he made. He got choices, you know. He know who he involved with. He know who his people is. He know what he's dealing with. He know what's going on. I'm pretty sure she can go on with her life. I'm pretty sure he's a grown man. He don't need, like, he needs his mother waiting by the phone for him. I mean, let's just think about this. How much do you need to talk about in jail? To all my real jail goons, all my niggas, look, all my real niggas that been locked up in jail. How often do you need to talk to your mom in jail? Like, do you need, like, she need to, because the lawyers, well, it is a lot going on. I guess he got somebody to help him relay messages back and forth to the lawyers. But anyway, let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, like, it's so common for people to just move on so quickly, and it's like you two are the two people who just really can't move on. You have to hold them down. You have to be the one still trying to make noise about it. But is that a conscious thing?
Ain't no moving on, because he about to come home soon, but it's just like on some, like, a lot of, this nigga done been locked up for like almost 4 years coming up. So it's like, you know, a lot of people lose faith after that.
I mean, it's insane.
Exactly.
4 years is crazy. And to have, like, the police basically, like, doing PR on behalf of the prosecution, you know, and, like, constantly kind of putting that narrative out there.
Right.
And meanwhile, you guys are pretty reserved in terms of, like, what you can say about it, right?
Yeah, it's like the PR, you know, the PR for the police, they basically try to paint that he's guilty without saying that he's guilty. But, like, if you really, like, you know, I always keep my tongue shut about it, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm an artist myself too. I can't really say too much. But it's like, bro, to all, like, the fans and stuff who look at this situation and be like, oh, he's guilty, he wrote a song about it. If y'all just, like, go read the Black and Whites, it tells the story
The
itself.
song was, like, 3 years before the situation,
That
right?
song was 4 years.
I mean, for starters, that song was written, like, before I even met him. So before he had, like, basically any level of popularity.
At all. But it's also like, they try to say, oh, he got 66 pages of DNA. Rah, rah, rah. I'm like, do y'all niggas really, like, read what's going on? Because if y'all just look at the, you know what I'm saying, if y'all just look at the caption, y'all gonna be like, oh, that's crazy. But you just gotta really read what's going on, bro.
But isn't it weird how people seem so eager to throw your brother into the
I'm not gonna lie, he sound kind of like Tyreek off of Ghost. That's who he sound like.
guilty bucket?
Because
but those same people were willing to give Tory Lanez infinite benefit of the doubt, you know, like.
And I'm not. Maybe how about this? He don't sound too much like him. The way he's talking like Tyree.
They were willing to totally entertain all kinds of conspiracy theories and stuff. And I'm not asking you guys to like agree with the Tory Lanez thing or whatever, but in terms of Melly, it's like, why is everybody so on board with it? I guess it's because there's not really like a counter narrative that we've really seen yet that presumably we're going to see when it goes to trial.
And that's basically how his team works. It's you guys see when we go to trial.
It's basically like the reason why people are so quick to put Melly in that guilty bucket, because it's like, okay, look, 2019 when he first got locked up, a lot of people.
And I bet you their mother is single too, because she likes controlling her men of the household, and her men of the household is her sons. So you see how she let that young man speak? She don't cut him off. She sit there because look, that's mama. Because look, when she needs something done, they gonna do it. That's mama.
It was like, oh yeah, he's not guilty. Free Melly, free Melly. But then the more that we kept our mouth shut, the more that we didn't say nothing, and the more that like the blogs and stuff kept pushing out that motive, like, oh, they just found this and they got that and they got this and they got that. It just makes it look like, I don't know, man. But
because the Tory Lanez shit was kind of the opposite, where his defense was putting shit out into the media all throughout the months and years that led up to the case. And then once it actually went to trial, the jury wasn't convinced. And it turned out that whatever the court of public opinion was saying didn't really matter. Whereas this situation kind of feels like the opposite, where it's like we're probably going to find out a ton of different shit when it goes to trial. And meanwhile, we've had 4 years of like nothing.
Yeah.
And all I gotta say is, bro, if you know, you know. Like, you just gotta read. Y'all niggas went to school, just read, bro. Like, if you really want to know what's up, just read the black and whites. You know, you'll see everything. Nobody lies on black and whites, bro.
Right. So, this...
Pause. He said, y'all niggas went to school, just read. You know, because, you know, in school, you know, they're making a lot of smart people out of school. So, you know, I'm thinking to myself, like, if he went to school, like, what does he do besides rap? Because school didn't teach you how to rap. So I'm just trying to figure out what's his educational level. Because in school nowadays, I believe school doesn't teach much. But if he believes that they're teaching kids how to read and understand things, and maybe he's getting a different education. He must know that school works for the youth. But I'm looking at it, it looked like school's producing rappers. If he went to school, he's a rapper. So I don't know if school's producing rappers, but he like, just read. I'm like, do you gotta, you need to read? You need to be reading that information in there to be a rapper? Let's carry on.
Statement that came out on Melly's Instagram a couple weeks ago or a month ago or whatever, like a long ass statement basically about the treatment that he's been enduring within the jail and having his phone privileges taken away, not being able to speak to you guys, not being able to speak to his lawyers, etc. Basically just making it out to be like, you know, obviously jail's not supposed to be a great experience, but making it out to be like truly inhumane. How did that statement come about? Like, and I'm not sure if you guys, how much you can say, but like, what made things rise to the occasion where that statement felt like it had to be issued?
It was just months of going on. Like, we had a hearing and the judge basically said, like, he can't do anything when it comes down to the jail. The jail has their own rules. They make their own rules. So even though, like, you know, they're violating his constitutional rights, like, to be able to have phone calls and have any kind of contact with the public, with his family, like, outside of jail. Like, we don't know if he's eating, if he's not, if he's good or what. Like, we just don't know nothing. And it's like, he's in the county. Like, he's not in no prison. A lot of people keep saying that. It's so annoying. He's not in prison. He's at the Broward County Jail. He hasn't went to trial yet.
Well, I always knew he was in prison. I don't know what social media is talking about. You know, a lot of people are just dumb. Everybody is off of a school education. And with knowing that you can educate yourself or you can receive further education outside of school, they're not receiving it. All their education comes from social media. So if they're putting false truths into social media, let's say for instance that YNW Melly is in prison, but really he's in the county, that's because everybody's only educated by social media.
So he's just sitting.
What's the main thing that we're waiting on for him to go to trial?
So basically, the death penalty
Right, they're still debating
We're still
that.
debating that.
Oh
that's
my God,
that's the whole
crazy.
reason. Like, we're still debating on they're still debating like the Supreme Court and everything. They're still debating on if you should get the death penalty or not. So that's what we're really.
Or if that should be included.
It should be
in the trial.
included when we go to trial. So we're basically trying not to go to trial with the death penalty on. So it's just we're just waiting. And then now the holidays have come, and so nothing's open, and it's just more time and more time.
Wow. And I mean, when would you say you think seems likely that the trial could start, or that this whole death penalty thing could be resolved?
Probably, I'm thinking February or March.
Really, it's supposed to be relatively soon.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the first of the year.
Wow.
So within the first 3 to 4 months of the year.
Right. And so, but him putting that statement out, I mean, how did that message get to whoever is operating his Instagram?
I don't know.
Because he doesn't have access to the phone, right? It's like, was he able to write a letter, or?
He writes letters, so
He asking.
he probably most likely wrote a letter. 'Cause I don't run his
Question.
Instagram.
Really?
No.
Okay. Is it the label
How to
or
get to
management or
his
something?
Instagram.
Yeah, he has management and the label and stuff like that. But yeah,
Damn. That's terrible. But he still doesn't have phone privileges. Nothing's
No.
changed since that statement
Still
went
haven't.
public.
I still haven't spoke to my son.
Damn. How long's it been?
It's been a few months. I actually got to talk to him for probably 3 minutes on Thanksgiving.
Really?
So
And he was just randomly able to get access to the phone?
yeah, and he called.
What's that? You know, a Fortnite dance over here?
Nah,
What was that? Like,
we chilling.
Because he was supposed to be on the phone.
I don't know.
And he's making phone calls.
It really did seem like some kind of Fortnite dance. I don't know specifically. Maybe like a TikTok thing.
Like I was saying.
So, the young man was trying to stop her from talking about YNW Melly being on the phone when he's not supposed to have any phone privileges. And she's talking about he called on Thanksgiving, and it looked like he's trying to interrupt and throw them off in the conversation.
Randomly able to get access to the phone?
Yeah, and he called.
What's that? You know,
Got to talk to him for probably 3 minutes on Thanksgiving.
really?
So
And he was just randomly able to get access to the phone?
yeah, and he called.
What's that? You know, a Fortnite dance over here?
Because he's talking about something he was randomly able. Like, what the fuck is Adam doing? Is Adam trying to help the prosecution out with their case? Why is he asking detailed questions about? Oh, he was just randomly able to get to the phone, or why does he care about how he got to the phone? Adam, why do you care about who gave him the phone? Adam, why are you talking about their case so much? Are you working with the prosecution, Adam? What the fuck is up with you? Why are you asking him so many questions where this young man has to keep jumping in there and stop her from answering questions? Because it might fuck up the case. And why is that young man that's smarter than her and Adam? And why is Adam asking these questions? This nigga working with the prosecution, dog. He's an agent. Adam's an agent. I believe it.
What was that? Like,
We chilling.
Nah.
has it been?
It's been a few months. I actually got to talk to him for probably 3 minutes on Thanksgiving.
Really?
So
And he was just randomly able to get access to the phone?
yeah, and he called.
What's that? You know, a Fortnite dance over here?
Nah,
What was that? Like,
we chilling.
I don't know. It really did seem like some kind of Fortnite dance. I don't know specifically.
Yeah,
Maybe
trying
like a
to throw
TikTok
off
thing.
your question asking
Like I
about
was
this
saying?
case.
This one is the one we're trying to force him to do TikTok. He needs to get more involved with TikTok with his new project dropping. So
TikTok, bro.
You're not feeling it?
Nah, bro. TikTok is like, bro, I posted my brother a message. Like everybody wanted us to post. I posted it, bro. They took it down. TikTok took it down. I had to appeal it to get it put back up. And I'm just looking like, bro, y'all got people posting like gore and like porn on here.
Ass.
No, like literally, like no, like real like porn.
You gotta send me a link to that because I haven't seen a lot. You're not supposed to be able to post real porn.
On December 22nd of 2022, bro. If you were on TikTok that day, bro, that just showed you how much like TikTok does not care about their platform, bro. There was gore, like bro. I was on TikTok, bro. There was a woman holding like photographed holding a child's dead head, like a decapitated head of a child. And then there was a man. His face was blurred. He had an axe. You swipe to the next slide. The axe is bloody. And he's holding a child's head. And there was just a lot of like old gore like that surfaced over the years. And I was like, yo, I'm seeing all this. Because I'm like scrolling. I'm like, yo, I just deleted the app. And then TikTok finally got it under control. But that really comes because they don't have a lot of control over their slideshow.
It's crazy. The stuff that they, like I had a girl in here yesterday who had 1 million followers and she lost her account because she called another girl a whale.
Wow.
Yeah. Just whale.
Well,
I mean, there's a lot more to a whale than just being fat, right?
yeah.
No, you're fat.
She could have had a spout. I don't know. I mean, realistically, it was probably a fat thing, but I'm still like, is this how you could lose your account with 1 million followers for calling a person a whale one time?
Man,
that's wild.
bad.
I was talking to somebody in the back, like while my friend was on live. I was talking to somebody in the back, and I said, "Nigga, bro."
On TikTok?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that doesn't go over well.
His live got terminated and his account got banned. And I was like, I'm black. What's the issue?
Your friend lost his whole account for you saying that?
In the background.
I'm talking
my
to somebody.
God.
I'm like, y'all got people posting gore on here, bro.
That's insane.
I don't do TikTok too much.
You don't? You stay off social media in general?
No, I'm on social media.
Okay. Just Instagram, though?
Mostly
Keep
Instagram.
it traditional?
Yeah, you know.
What happened to your hand?
Oh, so
You get a little scrap or something?
No, actually, a police officer did it.
How?
Broward
When?
police officer.
October. I'm in hand therapy for it. Yeah.
But what was the encounter with the police over?
Yeah, they was trying to, you know.
Was this at the jail?
It was like some other stuff.
She's not gonna say it, but you know, this is more like if you know the situation. But basically, Broward police had a warrant out for her phone. They tried to do an illegal search. They grabbed her hand, twisted it, tore some ligaments in her hand, and then they did an illegal search. And they did.
It's all gonna come out because we're going to court for it.
This was at your house?
No, this
this
while
was
she was being
at the courthouse.
She was being questioned or something like that for another case that kind of branched off from my brother's situation.
Right.
And then, bro, it's just if you know, you know, like it's all bullcrap.
But is this the situation where they're accusing him of having put a hit out on you?
No, nope.
There's a whole separate case.
This is a witness. This is a witness tampering. Like,
oh, there's another case.
Yeah, they came after me. I don't know why. I'm like, I am a mom and work full time as a nurse. Like, I have nothing to do with nothing. But this is what they're doing 4 years later. Now they're attacking the mom.
What the fuck?
Like, I was blown. I'm like,
but how much
what?
tampering did they think that you could have done?
She's just the mom, but she's on this show. This is the show where they have entertainers on here. I thought you were just a mom. Oh well, let's keep it rolling.
Were they saying that you spoke to somebody on the outside or something like that?
Something like that. But then it turned out like it was all lies and not proven and everything. But you already assaulted me for no reason because you wanted to take my phone. Like, that was crazy. So
wow.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the local police and everything just have like a real vendetta against you and your family just because of his success and everything?
yeah.
I feel like it's so public and they've done so many things. In this case, it's like kind of wrong. And
when I first met Melly and I was talking to him about the cops in that area, he made it perfectly clear. He said, they are out to get me.
yeah.
You know, like just from day one, he made that perfectly clear. And I remember being like, you gotta get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And I wish he had done that a little earlier.
When he comes home, we are definitely probably not living in Florida.
Right.
Like, I love Florida, but We got to find somewhere else that's warm. I can't. I don't want to live up north, like, because what they're going through up there with the snow and the.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, nah, I'm not cut out.
And the police in Broward always been like that though.
Yeah.
They're very racist. Like black and white cops, it don't matter. Like they're just very racist, no matter what.
Right. So you're just staying out the way, or like, what has your life been like since the interview? Because it felt like for a little while, did you take a back seat with the music and sort of chill out for a period?
So basically, after that interview is crazy. I did the Genius interview. I did that interview. I was moving around with Vaughn. I was doing my own thing. I dropped my project, and then 2020 rolls around. Quarantine happens. I can't do no shows. I was doing interviews from home. Went out with Vaughn. This is like October 28th. I'm out with Vaughn. We out in LA. We chatting, you know what I'm saying? Boom. November. Bro, the man was supposed to be at my house. I think we left Friday. What was it? November 4th? We left November 4th. He was supposed to come like to Sunday dinner. We're supposed to play basketball. He's supposed to come to Sunday dinner. And then, you know, I love you, gang. See you later. Boom, boom. We hop on a flight, come back. November 5th, he gets shot. November 6th, the Sunday, he dies. And like I feel like that, you know, I was so young that I didn't really get to process it right. And everybody was just putting so much pressure on me to make music that I just backed away. Like I had a lot going on as a kid. So I just backed away for a little bit. And then like
As a kid, he had a lot going on as a kid, y'all. Do y'all hear this? He had a lot going on as a kid. Huh? How old is he? Is he old enough to drink? Is he old enough to drink? Because I'm like, he said a kid. I'm like, is he even 21 yet? He's making it seem like he done lived his life and he is a grown man out here. I mean, grown men bring their mama on the show. I could see if it was Mother's Day. But he's acting like a grown man. Like he had a lot of stuff going on when he was a kid.
2021, I want to come back and like make music for me. Cause when I stepped back, bro, I stepped back for a while, bro. Like, you can ask anybody around me, bro. From 2020 November through all that time till until I dropped City Trends, there was no music.
Right.
Nothing. Like I was just sitting in my room, playing video games and just chilling, trying to like get over everything.
You met Vaughn through track?
Bro, we don't know Vaughn since like Melly Day when he turned 20. Like, bro, we've known Vaughn. Like, Vaughn is family. Like,
Wait, Vaughn knew Melly back then?
Yeah,
bro,
he used to come to Melly Day.
He used to come to Melly Day.
I still throw a Melly Day.
He used to come to Christmas dinner, every Sunday dinner, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Like, bro, me and this man used to sit on the phone for like hours a day just talking about his case and like everything for no reason. I'm like a 12-year-old kid at this time. He's just talking to me.
Right.
Like, that was my real life brother. Like, it was deeper than music. Like, how people try to make it seem because me and him don't got a lot of pictures and all that, bro. That was my real brother. Like, I considered him a brother.
Damn. And I mean, just you being so young and, you know, you're living your whole life and you're just a normal fucking kid and you don't know any celebrities or have any kind of like, you know, big time shit going on, and then all of a sudden your brother hits it big, and that must have seemed amazing, and you know your career gets off the ground and everything, and then he gets locked up, and then meanwhile, like, okay, you're also spending time with Vaughn, and then he gets killed. I mean, this is like serious traumatic shit that like a lot of the strongest male role models that you had in your life are just experiencing terrible fates.
King Von and YM Melly was, as far as what Adam said, his male role models. King Von and YNW Melly was YNW Bslime's role model.
It was like, I didn't really like see it until I got older. People were like, oh, you need to go to therapy, bro. I'm like, I don't need no therapy. Like, I'm chilling. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like you get through anything and everything with your ways of grieving. And I feel like therapy is just not what I need.
Nah, you gotta go to therapy, motherfucker.
Then I just started locking
You gotta
in
go.
the
He's
music.
going to therapy.
Because let me tell you something. There's nobody that you could talk to in your life the way that you're going to be able to talk to a good therapist. Because when you talk about your feelings to your mom, you have to clean up the shit that you tell her, right? Because you can't just be 100% honest with her. Or one of your friends, you can't be 100% honest with them because they know you and like you don't necessarily want to be as vulnerable as possible. Therapy is like, especially having dealt with all the shit that you've been through, like when you're sitting there on therapy for an hour, and they do it over Zoom calls and shit these days, so it's
Listen, I'm not gonna say it's something wrong with therapy, but I will say it's something wrong with Adam giving you advice. This man lets his wife do porno. Him and his wife does porno videos, and now he lets his wife get banged out by men, and he advertises it. So I wouldn't be too sure on taking Adam's advice, because if he's talking about using therapy, if he's used it, he needs to either use some, or maybe using it doesn't work for people, and maybe he doesn't really need to use therapy.
super fucking convenient, but just having somebody where you can just dump out all your emotions without having to feel any kind of like shame or fear is very valuable. That's my honest opinion.
Like
But
social media.
Agreeable and disagreeable. You know me. I just be chilling, bro.
Maybe social media is Adam's therapist, because he goes on, he puts all his business out there. He's not afraid of nothing. He doesn't mind if his wife bangs men on the internet and talks about it openly. His wife that he married a porn star.
I just like music. Like, I don't know. My life revolves around music.
Yeah.
I don't really like the business part or the industry or anything like that, but I just really like music.
I'm just saying your music will get better the more you understand what's going on inside your mind. And you got a lot of shit going on inside your mind. I guarantee it, because I know you're not an idiot, and because the shit that you've been through is fucked up shit that most people, 99% of people, do not go through the stuff that you've already been through in your life.
That's real.
There's a lot of exploring to do. Just my advice.
I think it's great advice. I told him he's going to therapy.
Well, have you pursued that at all?
What? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Being a little older, it's probably more normalized for you, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I work in the medical field, so I'm very open to therapy. So.
Right. Definitely. Has it been hard to keep going work-wise, just given the extent to which so much of this stuff's probably weighing on you?
She see dead bodies.
That's a good point.
A lot.
A
'Cause
lot.
I work in the ICU.
Damn.
So yeah, but I mean, it actually, me going to work is like, as weird it may sound, it's my peace. Because when I'm home, I'm constantly thinking about like my son, what's going on with him, what's going on with the case, if Brandon's okay, what's going on with his music, what's the next move, you know. So it's like I'm always busy. And then like I started managing artists too, so it's like I be at work, I'm just normal. Don't nobody know like really my outside life outside of work. They just know I'm a nurse.
That must be good.
I separate the two.
Definitely. For sure. Okay, so in terms of like where you feel like you're at with your music and career now, like how would you describe it? Feels like you're doing a lot of love songs. How's that heart doing?
Bro, right now, bro, I just feel like I'm in that state where I feel like I'm finding myself again, like with music and what sound I want to create, because, you know, like, Melly's coming home real soon this time, like, actually, and, like, from there is no time to do anything, because, like, I don't got time to do nothing, so right now I'm just, like, building my project and building everything for me, so when he comes home, it's not like I'm just Melly's little brother anymore. I have my own name, so I feel like right now I'm just doing me, just building me, and yeah. You're gonna see in the next, like, I'll say 5 to 6 months how everything plays out.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Who are you working with musically, or are you just working alone at this point?
I would say, bro, they're not really like big people. I'm not working with no big artists. Like, I'm just working with myself and like my friends, like Snowbanks, Israel, Izzy. With producers, bro, I don't really know. Like, I really just be with Evergreen and like people like that, because they're my real dogs. I just be chilling with my people, because right now I'm not really focused on like no big features. Like, I'm just trying to rebuild, like rebrand and rebuild myself to get everything that I want the way I want it to be done.
Why do you have to rebrand? Because when you came out, you were so fucking young that it's like you're
when I
still
came
that
out-
young in a lot of people's minds.
Yes, exactly. Like when I came out, bro, I was literally like 11, bro.
Yeah.
And like I stepped back, then I came back out, and I'm like 15 now. So it's like I don't necessarily want to get rid of that baby goat because I'll forever be the baby goat. I don't care. Like I love being the baby goat, but it's like, you know, people got to grow up, bro. Because if I keep that baby goat image forever, kids grow up.
He 15. He's still a kid. You know, a teenage kid.
Trying to expand to like people your age.
Right.
You're old, so
Old as shit. Yeah. No, but I mean that's like a weird.
He told Adam he's old because you're 15. That's what a kid would say.
thing to think about because some people just love them when they're like 12 and then all of a sudden they're 16 and people just kind of like lose interest. So it's like, and it's like that with like artists sometimes. It's like that with like models and shit. You'll see like an actor or an actress that like they're just like a really good looking 10-year-old and they have this like great
hey yo.
Okay, not like that. No, people like the way they look when they're young and then they get a little bit older and everybody just loses interest somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it happens. Like, bro.
And then his voice changed.
I can name a handful of artists that happened to, but like with me, bro, it's like I just didn't like, bro. I lost complete. Like, my brother had to talk to me. That's how bad it got, cause I lost complete interest in music. Like after Vaughn died, after so many people were dying around me, then my brother in jail. I don't got him to give me no motivation, bro. He gets timed phone calls. He can't talk to me the way he want to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So I got nobody at this point, you know what I'm saying? Except my mom. I got nobody to tell me to keep going. Why would I keep going?
But were you, like, how much music did you actually make with Melly? Or
Bro,
did you start making music
The
after
only
he...
song that I made with this man when he was out of jail was One Step.
Right.
That was the only song we ever made.
So basically, it's like he can't do nothing else but rap. Basically. He said his mom told him to keep going. He actually wasn't messing with it no more. So basically, he has no other skills but rap. As smart as he is, he can't do nothing else but rap. As smart as he is, he can't do nothing else but rap. There's nothing else he can do. I'm just wondering.
And we were messing around. You know what I'm saying?
Just because you were at the very beginning of making music?
No.
Has most of your music making time been apart from him?
I was 10 making that song, bro.
Right.
And we were just messing around, bro. We was just doing us. That's when music was like fun. We was just chilling. And then he went to jail. Then they gave me the Dying For You song, and I didn't even want to do it for real because it's like, feel fake. I was like, I'm going to do it anyways.
What, they gave you a verse that he had already recorded?
Yeah, they gave me a hook and a verse that he had already recorded. I'm like, bro, this is not how this is supposed to be done. But I'm already knowing that we gonna do it again. Like, bro, me and my brother, bro, we got a real plan. Like, when he come home, like, we got a real plan. Like, you gonna see in the next 5 to 6 months. If everything plays out the way it's supposed to play out in court and the way it's supposed to play out in the industry, bro, we're gonna be unstoppable.
How would you say you feel with the trial coming up? Are you just, like, nervous or
To be honest, bro,
excited?
Bro, like, my brother's...
It's like
bro,
hard to explain.
it's winnable, bro. Like, his case, bro, is really, really winnable. It's all circumstantial evidence, but, like, bro, like, his, like, I'm gonna say it, bro. His defense team is, like, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, like, bro, like, people just gotta do their job. That's all I gotta say, bro.
So you're confident in his defense?
I am. Yeah.
I would assume
But it's still.
that he spent a lot of fucking money on lawyers. Like an amount that would probably...
That kid spent a lot of money on a lot of things that shouldn't have been spent on.
Really? Like what else?
And cars, jewelry. And he's not even out to wear the jewelry. I'm like, why are you buying jewelry? You're not here to wear the jewelry.
No, definitely lawyers are probably the best thing you can spend
That's
money
what
on.
bro. But
Yeah.
he's good with lawyers, bro. Like, money ain't an issue for lawyers. Like, he's fine. But it's just like, it was a lot of stuff that should have went to lawyers that he didn't spend on lawyers. And I'm like, bro. And now it's like, he don't even want the chain no more. I'm like, bro, why'd you buy it then?
Really?
Yes, I'm like, bro,
Well,
why would you
a chain
buy
that's
the-
like 4 or 5 years old from a rapper's perspective, yeah.
He's like, that chain old.
It's an
I don't
old
want
chain,
it.
yeah.
I'm like, bro, you spent 150,000 on this chain. Wear the chain. Nah, I'm not gonna wear it when I get it. I'm gonna get a bigger one. I'm like,
But if he had been free this whole time, there's no way in hell he would be wearing that chain, right? Because it's like he would have upgraded his jewelry 5 times.
you remember that chain I wore at Rolling Loud? That one that with the big world and it was spinning.
That's the one we're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, he don't want that chain no more. I'm like, bro, that chain is huge. Like, bro, it was this big on my chest. You don't want it no more.
But that's some real rich rapper shit. Is that whenever rappers will always like get their chain snatched and get it back, and then be like, I don't want that chain anymore, because it's like that was just a moment in their life, so now I got to move on. With Melly,
Yeah.
I could.
Adam talks about this ignorant shit that rappers does and tries to make it sound cool. Like, that's just what rappers do. They just buy big chains and stuff. That's just some real sick rapper shit. Like, he entertains this ignorant shit. Like, no, that ain't what all of them do. That ain't what they do. They don't buy $100,000 chain and just get rid of it. That ain't what you're supposed to do. That's what people that don't know how to manage money, that's what they do. That's just not what you do. It's not a script. See, when you say it like that, that's just what they do. It makes it seem like being a rapper has a script that comes with it. Like, you have to spend this money and buy this jewelry, and then you have to get rid of it after a certain amount of years. This shit don't come with no script. You do what the fuck you want to do. There's certain people move a different way. They might fuck money up while others might save money and manage money. It's not just what rappers do. That's what I'm saying. And he's just with this ignorant shit.
Just seeing him being like, no, that was from before my case. All my jewelry is gonna be new, because that shit reminds me of what happened with the case and everything.
Yeah, he be trying to
I
make it
already
sound
know,
cool.
bro. That's just how his mind think. He's a very creative person. Very creative person.
Yeah, definitely. Who turned their back on him? You said that people kind of turned their back.
If you know, you know.
Like, why is he worried about that? Like, the man is in court. We don't need to talk about people that turn their back on him while he's in court. If you know, Adam. Quit asking those type of questions.
That's my favorite word this interview. If you know, you know.
Right. But what do you feel like certain people were supposed to have been doing for him?
I wouldn't say so much as people turned his back.
He just keep trying to beat around that bush, huh? Man, I'm gonna let this end here, man. I enjoyed y'all, man. It's gonna be a long video. I keep pausing and talking, but I appreciate y'all, man. Subscribe, like, let me know.